Hi friends, welcome back to another pick a card reading. Today's reading is what do you need to know to have a great day today. Instead of pulling a 3-card read, today I was guided to pull a series of cards. All of them I'm going to read in the upright position today. And then I pulled a few little words for you. We've got some stick figures, okay? And I'm going to pull a few charms for each pile as well. And I'm going to get some messages for you all. Okay, so I went ahead and I pulled some charms for each pile. And if you've never done one of these readings before, this is how it works. You close your eyes and you tune into the energy of the pile that you wish to pick, and then you open them. And you can have a look and see whichever calls to you. So it could be pile number 1 with the pink stick bot, pile number 2 with the yellow stick bot, or pile number 3 with the gold stick bot. And whichever pile resonates with you, just look below this video in the description box. There will be a list of different piles. The timestamps will be attached to them. So you just look for pile number 1 and then click on the timestamp beside it and it'll take you right to your reading. Same with 2 or 3. You just choose whichever pile you're drawn to, go to the link below. It'll take you exactly in this to the spot in the video that you need to be for this. Okay, great. So let's get into it. Okay, great. If you chose the pink stick bot, pile number 1, this is your reading for how you can have a great day today, what messages you need to know. So let's see what we have for your cards. Trying hard. I share my light with the world. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. Understanding. And as soon as I choose to see the light in the dark corners, I redirect my power toward what I want. Let me just move that a little bit. And then you also got the words. You've got laugh, special, and sweet. Okay. Then you have this white fuzzy piece of fabric. It's very fluffy. You have a little tiny pig eraser. It's actually not an eraser, it's an earring. But you have a tab for a binder that you can probably almost not even see. You have a page that would go inside a notebook. You have a stringy, like a strap, an elastic, a pen, what are these called? It's like a grip for a pen, you know, something like that. And then you also have, it's like made out of pewter. It's a pewter swan. Okay, so these are what you have, right? Just give me a moment while I tune into the energies. Don't mind if there's a bit of silence for a moment. Okay, so right away, the message is that you have an entire spiritual team behind you, backing you, that is trying to have you understand the nature of yourself. They see that you're trying hard. They see that you're doing like the things that you need to do. They're cheering you on. They know that you have a lot of light to share with the world. In fact, you are a light worker. You have a lot of gifts, and you're a very, very special person. Like, you're not your typical person. And you know that, and sometimes because of that, you might kind of separate yourself a little bit. Like, it's not like you separate yourself from the world all the time, but periodically you do. And then you kind of feel like you might not be understood by others, or you don't necessarily understand what's happening with the process of the things that you are going through. The message for you to have a great day today is to laugh. Recognize the sweetness there is in laughter and I'm just thinking of the sweetness there is in fruit and, you know, the good, sweet taste of life. Like, look for all the sweet little things and be a sweet person. Be a sweet person to yourself. Be a sweetie to your sweetie if you have one. But it's like there's something very sweet. You're very close to even hitting the sweet spot in your life. It's like you have been trying hard. You're wondering for where there's some shift that's going to be taking place. Okay, there's just going to be a big shift of energy that's going to be taking place today. And it's like going to be revealed when you allow yourself to laugh. It's like, look at the absurdity and the little things in life. Anything, simple joys and pleasures, anything that's going to really help you laugh. One big message that's coming through, and this was coming through with the charms very, very clearly. I mean, look how many things we have attached to writing. So one, we've got a notebook tab, right, for a binder or something, or it could be even for a file folder, but it's a tab nonetheless. And then you've got the side of a page, and you've also got the writing grip. Okay, so your spirit guides are having me ask you to write. Not ask, it's almost like they're telling you to write. You've got to write. You have to write down your ideas, your thoughts, the moments that you really enjoyed. You need to write down, again, the word ideas as they flow to you. They want you to do flow writing. They want you to get out of your head and into life, really. And writing things down is like a key access for you at this time. It's not writing a to-do list. They really want you to know that they can see you trying hard already and you have a lot of things to do. It's really like you writing to express yourself and have some freedom and some clarity. It's like just getting things out, getting things done, but also it's like the answers are going to come through your writing. They're going to be coming very, very clear. And you're probably not going to see them immediately, so don't pressure yourself if you read and you don't see it. Take some time to step back and look at your writing later on today, and you'll see some new things. Yep, and then as soon as you choose to see the light in the dark corners, you got a couple cards with light, sharing your light with the world. But the other thing is that you haven't seen the light in the dark corners. So when you're doing your writing, as you're writing things down, you'll probably be expressing some of the things that like even annoy you or upset you or things that you're dealing with. Like the message for you today is to write and just get things out. And by doing that, I'd say probably take about 20 minutes away from it after. Go do something completely different, walk outside, get some fresh air, get a snack, do something like have a bath even. Just do something in between and then come back and look at your writing. Because you're going to see some darkness, but you're going to find the light inside the corners. And that's going to be helping you redirect your energy towards the things that you want. Because, you're doing a really, really good job. And it's kind of like you're just not having your energy directed into the things that it needs to be directed to. And you've been seeing that over the past few days. And there have been some moments that... like you can just feel it. You can feel there's a stuckness. You can. And this is going to be your access for you understanding. Okay. They don't want you to wait any longer to do this writing. It's something that you've known that you've got to do for a bit. Now you may have, most of you haven't been writing for a while. Some of you guys write regularly. Again, this is a general reading. For the people who write regularly, this is just letting you know it's a different type of writing. It's really just like getting everything out. Sometimes you feel you need to control your writing. This is a message to not control your writing. Just really like express and let it out. There's something wild and wonderful that's going to be happening. For those who have not written in a while, make sure you do. It's time to take action. Okay, you're going to discover something through this. Like you really will. And I know I said not everything's going to be revealed to you immediately, but you will have things open up. So even if you have to read this like later today, a couple times, whatever, start to look for the light in the darkness. If you see any parts of your writing that really bother you or annoy you or anything like that, look for the light inside that. Look for what the commitment or what the ideas are behind the stuff that you're expressing. Because there's something really beautiful and sweet and very special there. And it's so funny because I almost laughed there when I was saying that, because that's where the sweetness is really coming in. It's actually coming from within you, out of you. It's not you trying to be sweet. It's like that's who you are. It's going to express. All right. So you have the white, fluffy. This is kind of reminds me of like a little inchworm. Like, those little fluffy caterpillar inchworms. So as you're going through today, you do not have to cross a big amount of space or do so many things. And you don't have to do everything perfectly. It's like you are going to take your time, a little bit at a time, while you go through this process, because you're going to get to where you would like to go anyways. Just, you're being supported fully, and just acknowledge yourself for doing your best. Okay. And if you know you haven't been doing your best, still acknowledge that for what you were dealing with at the time, that was pretty good. Like, pat yourself on the back for how you've been doing in life and continue trying your best, because you are very, very divinely guided and protected. One other message for you is to ask. Ask what you don't understand. Ask for truth. Do some meditation. Ask your spirit guides and your spiritual team for help. Ask for assistance with causing the miracles that you don't feel that you can cause. If there's something that's there, it's like, ask for help from your spiritual team. You are not alone in this, and they want you to succeed. Okay? You have a couple other things. You have a little strap, and it's stretchy. And you've got an elastic, also stretchy. And you've got a pig that's kind of like rubbery, but it's not that rubbery. I actually just accidentally broke off its ear, and I'm sorry about that, and that's got nothing to do with your reading, by the way. But it's a little tiny pig, and then you've got the swan, okay? So there are going to be parts of yourself that you're going to see yourself as kind of like... So I love pigs. I just have to let you know that. Like, I really do love pigs. But some people have like a negative connotation when they think of pigs, and you know, that's why people are like, you're such a pig. But with this, it's going to be like, it doesn't matter what parts of yourself are shining through in this when you do everything today. Don't be attached to whether you come across and look like a pig or look like a swan. Just continually focus on what light you have within your darkness, and you're going to come out shining and making a difference in just the way that only you can. Your light is going to come through because you're going to be focused on finding it in amongst everything. So what other people are saying or thinking, or how people are acting towards you or anything, don't let any of that be your concern, because it really has nothing to do with you. Your goal today is just to find your own light. Discover your own light and let it out. All right? And don't be afraid to share. Like, even with people who are not really the best, just be like, stand in your own divine power. Because this is you. And your expression is going to light up other people's expression. And that's going to be a good thing no matter what. It's going to feel like you're a little stretched today, and it might even feel like you could break. Like if you pull too hard, you could break. Just know that you're going through a growth spurt and you're not going to break. Okay? It's weird. It's like you feel like you've been, well, trying hard, and that something's got to give soon, and you know, like there's a bit of frustration to what you're doing. And your spiritual team is really just asking you to have some understanding that it's a process and not to be so hard on yourself. All right? So it's a process. Things are really close to shifting. You're having like this really... Something's going to open up today. That's all I'm going to say is something's going to be opening up. Allow yourself to discover it. Just be open to discovering what's there. Know that you're special. Know that you have guidance. You're going to be understanding things very shortly. And be in action towards finding your light. Don't keep ignoring your light. Like, look for it. It's naturally going to come out. And laugh at the process and everything that you can. I don't care if you have to put a comedy movie on, if you've got to like make up your own jokes and laugh aloud and like laugh out loud or laugh in your head. It doesn't matter. But laugh today. Today's a good day to laugh. All right, so that is all I have for you, group number 1 with the pink stick bot. Thanks for joining us. Also, feel free to check out the description box down below if you want to check out any of my art or anything that I've got going on for events and things. There's always something new, something different, and I'm not sure if it's going to be updated or not, the description box, like at the current time you're watching the video, but I'll do my best to make sure that the description boxes get updated so that you can always see what's going on. All right, thanks so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Okay, great. If you chose pile number 2 with the yellow stick bot, this is your pile. So I'm just going to move that over. I'm going to move this guy over. You've got 3 words. Beauty as time or time as beauty. Not sure what your reading is yet, but I know that's going to be significant. You got angelic child. Sleep is a spiritual practice. Fiery climax approaches. Trust. And when I cultivate a spiritual connection, I can trust the universe no matter what. You also got some different colorful wires. Twist tie, wire and wire, okay. You got a little tiny orange squishy bracelet. You got like a golden floral thing. I don't know what it's called. You got a guitar, the Hard Rock Cafe guitar. You got a keychain with a clip. Okay. And you got a necklace with an anchor. And it actually has a knot. No, it's not a knot, but you got a necklace with an anchor. Okay, so give me just a moment while I tune into the energies of this, okay? Okay, great. So, group number 2 with the yellow stick bot. Your spiritual team is really wanting to acknowledge you for connecting with them and for recognizing that there's more to this whole life picture than a lot of people give credit for, right? For you to have a great day today, they want you to get that sleep is a spiritual practice. So either if you've been sleeping too much or not enough, know that when you sleep, you're really allowing yourself to connect and recharge at the same time. Also, it's got time is beauty and beauty is time, right? And it's like, don't be so concerned about the amount of time that you sleep or don't sleep, right? Really just like allow yourself to connect with your spiritual source every time you're really called to. If you've been having a hard time sleeping or you've had any insomnia or anything lately, then allow yourself to, it's like just recognize that the rest you're getting, even if you're tossing and turning or whatever, just allow yourself to rest and calm your mind and trust the process because you're still recharging. And often when you're not able to sleep, there's like a lot of messages that your spiritual team is wanting to connect with you, but sometimes your emotions are a little too strong in those times, or your judgments, for you to actually hear your intuition and get what they're saying. So you need to trust that everything's okay and that you can relax. And if you've been sleeping a lot, just trust that this is actually part of the process. Okay, so don't judge your sleep, whether it's good or bad, long or short. There's something really important about you and your sleep right now, and that there's a connection with your spiritual guidance team, messages that are trying to come through for you, and you need to allow yourself to get that you are a divine being and allow yourself to receive the messages from them. Another message is for you to meditate, okay? So there's something going on in your life that you're waiting for like a confirmation or a change or something. Like it's like there's the fiery climax approaches, but there's like something that's heating up, coming to a head, maybe something you've been worried about that's on your mind, whatever it is, something that you kind of like want to like push through even and have your own way. And you're really being guided today to just trust the process. Allow your spiritual team to take care of it. And you need to also ask from your spiritual team for what you want. Always think in the, not just what you want from a ego perspective or, your feelings been hurt or anything, like from your bigger picture, your higher self, like what you know is right and good for yourself in the world. You would call some of these things miracles even. Like ask your spiritual team for answers, for guidance, for them to take over some of the things that you can't necessarily do. I mean, there's a lot of things that can happen with energy and spiritual stuff, like, because it's all energy, right? And when your energy aligns with it, these things happen a lot easier. So if you've been like having sleep issues, like too much or not enough, you might not be tapped in and tuned in to who you really are as a natural, energetic, angelic being. Okay? So allow yourself the grace to let go of whatever's been in the way and in the space of you being connected to source. Okay, today is like really just trusting your connection, because you've got trust here or trust here. You've got like, there's sleep and beauty sleep, and you've got a couple like wires and things. So I'm getting from this is that you feel kind of bound up and wound up, like, oh, this is wire, but it's like squished tight as a ball. And the wire itself is very soft and very flexible. You could bend it into any shape. But when it's squished tight like this, it's like it doesn't feel like it's flexible. It feels very firm and solid. So you may have things, and for some of you, this isn't for everybody, but for some of you, you might even have like things knotted up in the pit of your stomach or some kind of like health issues, or you've got things, this almost looks like two people here, and it's like being so entwined and caught up in somebody else's energy or drama or something. Like there's something that's very tight and balled up in your life, either internal or external. And it's not a very fun, pleasant thing. It's colorful sometimes, and there are some things sometimes that it can feel really like, sometimes it can stretch or flow or bend, but it's still, no matter how you look at it, it's still stuck energy. Okay, your spiritual team is wanting you to know that that is going to be worked out. You've got, you know, the twist tie here that's completely straight, so all of that is still going to be bent, or it's still going to be worked out. And this climax that you're waiting for is coming. Whether you want it to or not, you're going to know the answers for what you're looking for very soon. And all you need to do for yourself is trust the process, trust the universe, ask for help from your spiritual team, because you know that you can trust it when you're in alignment. You're going to be delivered exactly what you want when you align with your own source energy and your own internal power. Okay? You've got the anchor as well. I'm just kind of seeing what this is, and you've got a hook. It's funny, I'm thinking Captain Hook and an anchor, but you got the keychain with the hook. So either you're hooked on someone or something, or they're hooked on you. Okay, and it may feel like it's kind of neat, because it's like I could connect this with this, and it's just, you know, you're dragging this stuff around in your life, and you don't need to be. Okay, so the spiritual advice and guidance for you from this is that you actually have an opportunity to detach if you want. You're not stuck at all. You may feel grounded. You may feel like, you know, you can't move from where you're going, but even this anchor could easily come off of this chain, and the chain could be free and moving. So there's nowhere in your life that you're actually stuck, even if it feels like you are. Okay, so for you to have a great day, you need to know that you're not stuck. You're not at all. And that it's okay to take some time for you to like really recharge. So you are an angelic being. You need to remember and trust that you have the ability to use that internal knowing and rise above any situation. Okay? There's something else too. There's a couple things here. You've got the orange bracelet. It's nice and soft, nice and squishy. Not like this one that's hard and all stuck. It's like this one is like, it can stretch, it can move over things. Not a problem. So this is at the end of your day today. You're going to be a lot more feeling like yourself, and that you can move and flow and bend with ease, and everything's going to fit. So whatever you're working on in your life, or whatever your main focus thoughts are, so it doesn't have to be something you're working on, it could be just something that you're thinking about all the time. It's like things are going to be a lot more rounded, and they're going to feel a lot better. It's going to fit your life a lot better. Whatever you've been thinking about is going to come along, and it's going to be a lot nicer for you. Okay. And also, there's going to be some new growth. Okay, it's going to look like almost as if there are like little seeds or buds on a branch. So this here, there would be little tiny things that if you went like that, they would fall off and they would plant new plants. So whatever's coming out of today is planting growth for the new future. It's planting seeds for the new future. The other message I'm getting for you today, for you to have a good day, is to have fun. Throw on some music. Make it really loud. You know, rock your socks off. Just do something that's really, really fun. And, you know, people may or may not like your music around, so that's not a concern. All right? It's for you to actually, like, get into that, like, empowered, like, I don't know. There's this kind of, like, energetic, like, fast pace or hard paced or something, like not like a driving annoying pace of music, not necessarily like, it's going to be different for different people, but you know, that one that's just going to like bring your energy a bit higher and a bit more powerful, and you're going to feel like you're on the ball and you're like rocking your life and rocking things. That's how today's going to be. And allow yourself to really tune into your own energy. Trust the process. Have a good time. Remember, it's like if you're looking for beauty at all, or more beauty in your life, just allow yourself to be in the knowing that time is going to create that beauty. Okay? And just be with your spiritual self. Don't focus so much on the external right now. Trust the process, because everything's going to work out really, really well for you. And breathe. There's nothing in here that says breathe, but the vibe I'm getting from this pile is like, everything's okay, relax, everything's good. Enjoy your day, trust the process, and know that all of your things, this stuff you're worried about, it's all going to be taken care of, and you don't even have to worry about it. So that's your message. Don't worry about the things that are going to happen today, because you can trust the process. You just have to get into your own personal groove for the things you love and enjoy and who you are. And the other things are going to take care of themselves. And the energy that you put forth today is going to plant seeds for tomorrow. So make sure the energy you're putting forth today is one that's going to be like really good, solid, vibing, trusting, having a good time. And you will come full circle and enjoy. You'll have a bit more freedom and a bit more flexibility in your life. Okay? You won't be bound up anymore. All right, that is all I have for you. Group number 2 with the yellow stick bot. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you in another reading. Take care. Okay, group number 3. If you chose pile number 3, I'm going to channel some messages for you right now for you to have a great day today. Okay, so you got the gold stick bot. I'm going to move that guy over there for now. Bring in your cards and your words and your charms. Let's see what we got. We have special child. Relationships are assignments for optimal growth and healing. You got, you're very close to achieving your mole. So sorry. That might be relevant for somebody, but I don't know what that means. So very close to achieving your goal. Okay. Honesty. And I accept that good things come easily. I am a super attractor. You also got believe, special, and friend. Okay, so you got special twice in here so far. And for charms, you got like an adapter for the car charger. You got a Lego wheel. You got some stick tack. Okay. You got a husky, little Lego husky. You have an infinity bracelet, and this is broken. So that may or may not be relevant. I'm going to read into it when I'm doing a reading. And then you also got the green, it's an angel pin. Okay, so it's an angel pin. It's not green, but it's got like a little green gem on the heart chakra area. And a little gold crown. So it's pretty cute. Okay, let me just check that you can see all of this. And you can't. Let me move these cards up a bit. Okay, hopefully you can see that. Amazing! Let me just tune into the energies of these cards for a moment. Just bear with me if there's a little bit of silence. You're going to have a pretty cool day today. Okay, group number 3. First, there is an acknowledgement from your spiritual team. Okay, they want to acknowledge you for your honesty, your sincerity, And they request that you are continually being honest or improving your honesty and your commitment to like elevating yourself through today, okay? They know that there are relationships and things that you're working on or thinking about in your life, and you're growing from them. You're growing and healing. So there are some relationships that in the past may not have made sense for you, and there are some relationships that are in your life currently that you are developing yourself and your skills to be with other people and to understand yourself as you're working through your life today, okay? So there's something, you need to be honest with yourself today. And you need to be accepting of the fact that you're a very special person with very special gifts, and that not everything understands you, or not everybody understands you, but also there are people in your life that you may not understand. And they also have special gifts. So if you're looking for yourself being brutally honest, and you may be like judging somebody or thinking about what they're doing, or not necessarily like what they're doing, but it's like however they interacted with you and it doesn't make sense to you. If you were to be completely honest with yourself, you would know that it's because they're living their special, divine, guided path. And it might not make sense to you. And yours might not make sense to them. And you guys are completely different and completely separate. But in the grand scheme of things, it all comes back to you and that person accepting and allowing your own special divinity. So by you accepting your own special divinity, you're actually giving space to the other person or the other people to allow and accept theirs. There are a lot of people who have not elevated to the point that you have spiritually. Like you can understand a lot of things that many people haven't even considered could be a possibility for their own growth and development, or even for the existence of the things that you think about, you know? So this is a general reading, okay, guys? So if this does not resonate with you at all so far, you'll want to choose another pile. I just want to be very clear with that, because this pile I'm getting is very, very spiritually connected and tend to use their spiritual side for growth and development versus their practical growth more. Okay, this is a very specific message for people. Okay, so you need to trust in the process of your own divine gifts and stop trying to force things to work. Okay, you need to stop trying to force things to work. It's like you're very close to achieving the goals you're working on, like very close. And you need to really trust that good things come to you easily, because when you try to work too hard and you try to do things in the three-dimensional way, it doesn't work as easily for you. Okay, don't mind the sounds in the background. There's like somebody using a sink nearby. Okay, anyways. You need to accept that good things really do come to you easily because you are a super attractor. And when you get too stuck in the 3D realm and bogged down with all of the details of how to have everything work in a day-to-day, like, structured life, that it doesn't necessarily go as well for you. It's great that you can do that and you can go between, like, that kind of world and this kind of world. But you're somebody who really needs that flow. You need to trust your intuition. You need to trust your divine, because that's how things make sense to your internal being. Okay? And the other ways are you forcing yourself to try to be like everybody else. And you are not like everybody else. Okay? I'm not saying to stop doing those other things. This is a very specific very specific message for people. You don't need to stop all of your planning and all of your like the things that help you stay structured in your life. You don't have to stop them, but you really do need to tune into your own energy and give yourself the space and the freedom to really be you. You are very special. You have very special friends who also operate this way. And you have the ability to see these things inside people, even if if they don't see it themselves. Okay? So if you're being very honest with yourself, and for the times that things really worked in your favor and everything was going really great and smoothly, you would know that there's a lot of the divine in that as well. Yes, there's the planning and there's the practical stuff, but there's also like the following that flow and that intuition and working with your energy and doing all of that. So for you to have a great day today, you've really got to tune into your special gifts and be good with them. Be good with them. Allow things to come to you instead of you chasing them down all the time. Okay? Whew, I feel like with this pile, there's like, kind of like this freedom that you're going to be experiencing today from like, the words fluffing off responsibilities came into my head, but that is not what you're doing today. That's not what it is. It's actually tuning in to your own inner nature. But there's like this massive freedom because like these responsibilities that have been kind of like on your plate and weighing you down and doing like they've been things that you've been focused on, they're not so difficult. What gets difficult is when you try to do things so perfectly or try to do things the way that other people do them. It's not how you flow. So today you get to allow yourself some grace, and by connecting with your higher source energy, you're going to be able to do these things naturally and easily. And where you were trying to force things before, you're not going to have to force them because things are going to come to you easily. Yeah, you're still going to be like reaching out and talking to people and having conversations and doing things. But you're not going to be so attached. You're not going to be trying to make everything work, because I'm getting that you were really tired and this is like an opportunity for you to relax. Okay? Relax in the knowing it's all happening. Yes, so now this makes sense. You have this broken infinity chain. And the message I'm getting for you is that it felt like you were going to have to repeat this cycle that you were doing forever, you know? And you would go back and forth between like 3D world and spiritual world and 3D world and spiritual world. Like you have to like find a balance or something and make it all work. This is saying that that in itself is a cycle that can end. You don't have to. You don't have to do it the way that you think you have to do it. You just need to be honest with yourself and continually get honest with yourself. Okay? Here's a wheel. All right, so what I'm getting for you with this is you can go this way with your wheel or you can go that way with your wheel. And you can even flip it over and, you know, you can feel like you're going round and round, but you can really stop at any time. Anytime. You're very loyal and dedicated. You've got some goals, and especially relationships. Relationships, you're dedicated to relationships, even with people that you do not even have relationships with. Maybe people that you've had relationships with. You're the kind of person who is like, you know, you're loyal and you want to see things through with people right to the end. So even if you didn't necessarily get along with that person and you broke off that relationship, you still have care and concern for what happens later on. Like you've got an open-mindedness about people and a generosity that is unsurpassed. I have to tell you, it's really like unsurpassed. And this is you are an angel. Look at that. Like you're an angelic person, and your heart center is like huge. Like the energy that you radiate out is huge. Notice that out of the things that I drew, the only colors you got for anything were both green, right? And then you've got another green in the center of your reading. You know, there's a lot of like heart energy in here. But you also realize that it all comes from you. It all comes from your understanding and allowing. Balance your chakras. You need to balance your chakras. I see that you've got like a few chakras that are really, really open. But I'm getting that the sacral chakra for you could really use some balancing with this. So do a meditation for that. And, you know, you're really, here's another message for you. And I got 2 messages for different people, and both might resonate with you, and only one might resonate with you. But yeah, you're a connector. You're a connector. And by you connecting, you actually get more charge and power yourself. And you're kind of like the middle person between things. So relationships for you are very, very important. And with your relationships, when you allow yourself to tune into your energy, you provide space for everybody else to heal. And you can stretch yourself and be reshaped and reshaped and remolded. So there's nothing that you can't do. And when you think, okay, here I broke that in two, the stick tack. When you think that you've broken something and maybe severed bonds and relationships are done, you still have a way of like putting things back together. It's like people trust you and people love you because even if things like don't work for a while, you always make a point of making things better with them, for them. You come back around and you create new. Like you could take something that's broken and you could literally turn it into something new and beautiful and make the best out of it. And that's one of your super special gifts, right? So today, for you to have a great day today, recognize the power of your relationships. Be honest with yourself about all of your needs, wants, and goals. Believe in the impossible and believe in your super natural divine powers, because you are a super manifester. I mean, like legit. You know it. I know it. You need to stop stressing. Okay. So your goal today is to be loyal to your dreams and goals, and be as loyal to yourself as you would be the most beautiful person in the world. Okay. I think the biggest thing that's missing for you is that like sincere devotion towards your higher self and your higher power. Okay. So your message today is to really, really connect with your higher power and allow these things to come to you easily instead of you efforting to make them happen. All right, that is all I have for you, group number 3. I really hope you enjoyed that with the golden stick bot. Hi. If you want to check out any of my things I got going on, either my artwork or my cool swag and t-shirts and all that stuff, or even the events that I have. I've got events that help people achieve their dreams and goals. I do these fun summits and things, and they're short. They're not like sitting in front of the computer all day. It's like they're 3 hours a day. So it's a good way to meet with people and have your dreams fulfilled on, your dreams and goals. And so check out the description box for the different things I have going on. And that would be amazing. I will talk to you soon. Thanks, group 3.